Welcome to I Am One, where I am one with the Creator and one with myself. Today I thought that I would share the protection oil that I used in the last video that I did with the red brick dust. So I showed you in that video that I had made my own, and this is the container that I put it in. But today I want to show you how I made it for myself, and it's with ingredients that you most likely have in your home, in your cabinet spaces when you're cooking. So the ingredients that I used for this particular oil were bay leaves, hold the plate up, bay leaves, cloves, rosemary from my garden that I dried, and then star anise or anise, depending on how you want to pronounce it. And that was it. And then in the one that I did originally, I used olive oil because that's what I had at the time. I have since ordered some fractionated coconut oil. You don't have to do this. If you don't have it in your home, don't use it. If you have olive oil, or if you have a light carrier oil like jojoba or something like that, you use what you have. At the time, I had olive oil, so that's what I used. But today, to make this one, I am going to use the fractionated coconut oil. So what you can do, also the containers that I use, the rolling containers, I actually got these off of Amazon. The brand that I ordered was the Pretty Care. You don't have to get this brand. This is just the brand that I ordered. It is came in a 12 pack. And in that 12 pack, you will get you'll get the rollers. You'll get the rollers themselves come with the ball on them, and then they have 2 extra balls just in case you need a replacement. And you can easily just use your fingernails. I said easily. You can easily use your fingernails to pry these off. Yeah, here we go. Which you saw me do in the last video. So you can just take this off, fill it with the oil that you're going to use when you're ready, put this back on, and then tighten the cap back on. But in there you also get a little funnel, and then you also get, I believe I got like a little cleaner brush to get the funnel, neck of the funnel cleaned off good, so that you can reuse this. So I'm going to put these aside because I'm not going to do another little jar, a roller jar today. I'm actually going to do a master jar, so that when the one that I had done is empty, I can just refill it. But what's cool about using these, if you decide to get these, is all the ingredients that I'm showing you here, you can drop into this and then add your oil at the end. When you're going to do a master jar, obviously you're going to have more room to put more of the ingredients in and then fill with the oil. So either way, if you're going to do a master jar, you're not going to necessarily be able to get those ingredients in this one unless you just make one initially with all the ingredients in it. Either way, when it's charged, the oil is going to be available and will work for you. So let's get to it. So because I'm doing a master jar, I can just put the bay leaves in here. You can probably just, tear them in half. And what you always want to do before you start, and I did this before I started, was you want to cleanse your container. I just used a Palo Santo stick, and I used the smoke. I turned the jar upside down and I let the smoke just waft inside the jar and then cleanse the outside of the jar. So that would be step number 1, as well as the top. Then step number 2, you would take each of your ingredients and put them in. The bay leaf is for protection, purification, and for strength. The cloves are for protection and exorcism, so to get rid of any bad juju that's in your area or in your way or in your or on your person. So you would put those in there. The rosemary is for protection, it's for healing, and it's for your mental powers. So we would drop the rosemary in there. and I'll put the rest in at the end. And then the star anise is for your psychic powers and for luck. So we'll put the star anise in there. And then I'll just pour the rest of the rosemary that I couldn't get with my hands. Just pour the rest of that in there. So what you can do as you're putting each one in, you can pray over, speak your intention over each one of those. Go to the east, the south, the west, and the north. Speaking and asking for the spirits of those locations, those directions, to help you and assist you with their powers to consecrate this oil, this working, so that as you use it to protect yourself, protect whatever that you're going to use it for, that those powers, those spirits in those locations will be working along with the elements that you put in here. And then all you would do is get your oil. Again, like I said in the last video, if there's something that I need and I just don't have, obviously I will buy it. But any and every time I can make something myself, I will do that. Because most of the ingredients that we already have at home, like the star anise or the cloves or the bay leaves, salt, cinnamon, you know, those things we probably already have in our home. The garlic powder, if you don't have full garlic cloves, you know, whatever you have in your home, you know, research what those properties are good for, add them to your working, and then go forward in your protection, your healing, money drawing, whatever that is, you are ready to go. And then all you do is just add the oil, fill it up, speak your intention or pray whatever prayer you want to. If you want to speak a psalm over it, whatever your practice is, speak that over this whole, the whole jar. And then what I will also do is I've cleansed the inside, and I also want to light the Palo Santo stick. As well, this is for protection. This is also can be for protection and for cleansing. And so I want to have the smoke of this go over this working, that as it is used, everything that it touches, everything that the protection is intended for is covered. Close the jar. Shake it up. Now, what I like to do is I like to work with the phases of the moon, and usually I'll do my oils either under the full or the new moon. But if you really need this in a pinch, you don't have to wait for a phase. Our ancestors, when they put things together, they did it as needed. They did it mainly in emergencies. So if you need this and it's an emergency, you have put it together, you have set your intention, you have prayed over, you have spoken the psalm, whatever way you choose to get this ignited, get this charged, get this ready for use, it's ready to go. Again, if you want to pour it in one of these, if you choose to get any of the rollers and then you want to use the funnel to put it in there, you can. I suggest that if you really want some of the herbs in there, maybe get some tweezers and add that to the jar as you're filling this up, or you can just use this as you need to. And that is it. I hope that was helpful. I hope that it encourages you to make your own, get your own, because it's really when it's your own heart, your own sweat of your brow that is put into the workings, that it is most effective for what you need it to work for. I'm not against the manufactured. I'm not against supporting my local metaphysical store. I do that often. But in times when I know that I can find the recipe or create the recipe on my own and make it work for me, that is just as effective as going to the store to get it. So with that, peace and blessings to you all.